Hey, what's up, everybody? Um, in today's video, I'm gonna do what I did last week. If you saw my last video, um, basically I recapped the picks I made from last week's top 25. So in today's video, we're gonna do it again. This is for week 9. Um, I'm gonna do the same thing, start from 25, work our way down, and I'm gonna just go through what every team is, who every team is facing next week and whether they're going to win or lose. So just to keep myself honest, because I didn't do this, so I had to go back to my original video. But just so I'm honest with everyone here, um, what I'm going to do is I am going to write down who's in it each week, and I'm going to make a pick. So that way it's here. You see me type it in. It's on the screen. There's no faking it. There's no saying I didn't say that. Well, I did say it. I wrote it down. It's in paper. It's on the screen. It's in code, I guess, not paper, not ink and paper, but it's on video. It's captured, so there's no disputing what I said. It wasn't like there was a problem with that. But just in case, just keep myself honest, so that way I don't have to go through this again like I did um, for the last video. I had to watch my previous video, and I literally had to watch it for the whole 30 minutes. 'Cause I didn't know where I made the picks. All right, so let's go ahead and start. So UCF, last week they were unranked. They got in with the big victory over Cincinnati, who I am very disappointed. They're pretty much out of it because, as you see here, Kentucky, Cincinnati, and South Carolina dropped out. Um, so yeah, Cincinnati season basically their chance to squeak into the New Year's Six is over. So UCF has Memphis next week. This is a toss up, so I'm going to pick. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to pick. I'm going to give them a. It's a coin flip. I'll give them the W, but it's Memphis. I mean, all these AAC teams, all these schools, these conference games are very high octane. A lot of points, very little defense. A lot of these games, so it's hard to really pick who it is. So I'm going to go out with UCF wins a close one against Memphis. So yeah, that's my pick for them. Let's go to 24, Oregon State, who was they got in because of all the losses that happened last week. They were unranked. They have a bye, so they the next time they will play is Friday. Um, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Because it said week 9 result. Okay, so yeah, okay. Sorry, I had to had to make sure I got that right. All right, so Oregon State um was unranked. They go to Washington Friday night. I don't know if they're the real deal that they can play. Um, but eventually, so essentially, they have a game. They have this game, and then well, that's the Oregon's game. I don't know. I mean, Oregon State still has a lot to play for. So I'm going to go out a limb without Washington. I don't trust them, so I'm gonna pick loss. Let's see. Liberty. Liberty is back in the rankings since I think last season was the last time they were ranked. So this was a surprise. I didn't expect to see them on here. Um, yeah. So they play at Ark. Oh my god. So they play at Arkansas. Oh my goodness. Um, well, so much for them being ranked. That's an L. Let's keep moving. 22, Syracuse. As you know, they had a big loss against us, Notre Dame. This week they have Pitt at Pitt. A lot of these teams on the road. I think Syracuse is for real. I think they'll bounce back and get that W over Pitt, even though it's at Pitt. They'll get that victory. 21 is NC State. So what happened last week? They had squeaked out a victory over Virginia Tech. Then they had Wake Forest next week. I'm not sure NC State can put up enough points with Wake Forest, even though Wake Forest lost bad. I think they'll come out with some fire. And like I said, that Hartman guy, he can play. Like I said in my last video, or 2 videos ago, don't be surprised. He will be one of the top quarterbacks taken in the draft in April. So just keep an eye out for him. I have to call that a loss. I think there's too much points, too many points that Wake Forest will put up on him. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Wake Forest, number 20. So obviously, if I pick them, so that means I'm picking them to W since I picked North Carolina State to lose. 19, Tulane, still in that. I like to see it. I like to see these small conference schools. They play at Tulsa. Like I said, the AAC conference games, a lot of offense. I want them to get in to the New Year's Six, so I'm going to keep them alive. I'm going to pick a W for them. Let's see, 18, Okie State, who had a big blunder against Kansas State. They go to Kansas. Kansas has not been the same since they've have just been on the slide since their quarterback went out. I think that continues. It's just not the same team. I pick Oklahoma State to win. Let's see where we at. 17. You got North Carolina. Let's see, North Carolina. Big win over Pitt. They have Virginia next at Virginia. Like I said, if you've seen any of the games, North Carolina is very, very suspect on defense. They can run the ball. They have a decent quarterback, some nice receivers. This will be a lot of points. Not going to be a super big shootout, but I think North Carolina will pull out the W. Let's see, Nittany Lions, Penn State. After they got almost pulled up upset against Ohio State. They were like 8 minutes away, and then it just fell apart. They're at Indiana. I think they'll get back on track, take care of business. Indiana's not going to be a slouch, but I don't think they have the talent to keep up with Penn State. I picked Penn State to win that one. LSU. Whoa, I put 17 there. 15 is LSU. So I'm going to pick the W. Like I said, they didn't play last week. They have Alabama this Saturday. I want Alabama to lose because I want them to be knocked out of the playoff conversation once and for all this season. Okay? I want them done. So I'm going to keep my pick. LSU wins against Bama. Number 14, the Illini, Illinois. Let's see. So they had a big win over Nebraska. It's not saying too much because Nebraska's bad. They have Michigan State next week. If you don't know, I guess breaking news. If you don't know, Michigan State had a little, some weird altercation in the locker room or in the tunnel. Apparently, a bunch of guys jumped. It would seem like from the video, it was like about 10 people in that jumping. Just one Michigan dude, and it was like 10 guys from Michigan State, and they were just beating the crap out of that guy. So apparently, 4 of the guys in that fight have been suspended indefinitely. I'm surprised it's only 4 with video footage. I don't know how they came up with that, but yeah. So 4 of them dudes have been suspended. I don't know if they're starters or if they're backups. We'll have to wait and see because they didn't actually. I just got the notification. I didn't really read the article or read any details about who got suspended. So that could be a big loss for Michigan State if they lost 4 starters. Depending on who it is, even a couple starters. I mean, that could be big, but we don't know. But I think Illinois will, they'll take advantage of the chaos that's going on over there right now, and they'll get that victory over Michigan State. I think that there's just too much going on, especially with how early they made that decision to suspend them guys. Yeah, they're gonna have to hear about it all week. I think it's gonna be a big distraction for them. So I'm going to pick Illinois to come out on top. Kansas State is 13. They shut out Oklahoma State. Incredible. That's just, I didn't expect that. Like I said, I'm happy for Adrian Martinez. If you don't know, he had a couple years in Nebraska. Just there's been a lot of stuff bad in Nebraska the last like 5-6 years. I'm glad he got out of that situation. He's making something of his his second chance in college football. Hey, he's still in the hunt for the Big 12 title. So they have Texas next week. I think I'm gonna roll with Kansas State, even though I believe in Texas. I like Bijan Robinson. I think the quarterback situation in Texas is gonna be the big thing. I just think they don't have the I don't think they have the talent and the experience at quarterback to match up with Kansas State. So I'm gonna pick Kansas State at home. Number 12 is Utah, who squeaked out a victory over Washington State. So they have Arizona next week. I'm going to give that a W. It's at home. Arizona's bad. Enough said. Ole Miss is 11. So they actually surprised me because I actually picked Texas A&M next week. So I'm very surprised they picked them. So they have a bye. They don't play Alabama until the 12th. It's going to be I'm actually very surprised, but I can't jump on the bandwagon right now and pick them just because they're going to play Alabama in 2 weeks. Lane Kiffin, he's still that, and he's still under that title, that's like the student, you know what I'm saying? He still hasn't extended to that, the student becomes the master type thing, you know what I'm saying? But I think he can make him competitive, but I gotta be real here. I think in 2 weeks, I think he loses to close, but I think he loses to Alabama. Number 10, we got UCLA. So they had a big win over Stanford. Not surprised. They have Arizona State next week. It's at Arizona State, but Arizona State's falling off so bad. So I'm not worried about that. That's a W for UCLA. And now we're in the top 10. So we have USC, who squeaked out against Arizona. I'm surprised about that. But yeah. So USC, like I said, I do not like this team. Go back a couple videos, and I explain why I don't care for USC. Never liked USC in the past because I'm a Notre Dame fan. So yeah, it's at Cal. I gotta be honest with myself. I know they're not going to lose that game. I'd be very surprised if they lost that, but I'm gonna pick them with the W against Cal. Number 8 is Oregon, and not 2 C's. So they blew out Cal. They got Colorado next, who was very, very bad, 1-7. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and put that W down and go ahead and move on because that's pretty much set in stone what's gonna happen with that. TCU, big win over West Virginia. Like I said, it's gonna be a close one because like I said they go to West Virginia. West Virginia, Morgantown is one of the top best. I'll say Morgantown is like top 25 best home crowds in college football. Um, that's no joke. No joke. Um, so they play Texas Tech. It's a noon game, but it's at home. I think they'll do enough to squeak out. I think it'll be a high power offensive game. Lots of points, lots of touchdowns, lots of yards through the air. I think TCU squeaks it out and they keep their playoff chances alive, which I want them to make. If I want them to make the playoff, and I want somebody. Right now, I'm begging on Tulane to make the group, not group of six, to make the New Year's Six bowl. So those are my two like dark horse teams. 6 is Alabama, and you already know because they play LSU. I pick LSU to win, which means I have to pick them to lose. Number 5 is Clemson. I pick they're at Notre Dame. I can't remember what I picked. Did I pick Notre Dame? I think I picked I did pick Notre Dame. Jeez. I picked Notre Dame, so I'm going to pick that L because I need them. I want Notre Dame to play spoiler. Clemson is just not. They're not the same team. They're not bad, but it's like the DJ. I'm not even gonna say his last name. I'm gonna butcher it. But man, he is not played well in a lot of these games. A lot of turnover games. He actually the last game he played, I think they benched him, and they still won the game. So I mean, they have the talent to back up. If they got to put in that second string quarterback, they have the talent for that. But yeah, I don't think they're not. It's a night game in Notre Dame, South Bend. I'm going Notre Dame with the upset. Michigan is 4. Oh, geez, I can't spell Michigan. A-N, geez. All right, so Michigan, the big one of Michigan State rivalry game, which I explained earlier about the Michigan State game. Um, there was a big scuffle in the tunnels. A lot of guys, 4 guys got suspended from Michigan State. The story's out there. If you want to, the video's out there. If you want to look for it, go look it up. You'll see what I'm talking about. So they play at Rutgers at night. I don't think it matters if it's at day, at noon, dusk, dawn, sunset, sunrise. It don't matter. Rutgers is not going to win. So let's go ahead and keep it pushing. Finish off the last 3. So I guess they're tied. Tennessee and Ohio State are tied. I'm just going to put Tennessee at 3, I guess. It is what it is. So they have Georgia next week at Georgia. This is a huge game. Huge game. Because not only is this like position for the playoff if everything runs the same and this is like the only loss between one of these two schools. This is also for the SEC. So this is for the SEC title game implications, the playoff implications. There's a lot riding on this. I believe Tennessee can pull it off. Something about Tennessee this year. Just it seems like it seems like it's their year. You know what I mean? I've seen a few games with Georgia, and Georgia's had some very close scares. Tennessee has been pretty much well-oiled machine the whole year. You know what I mean? Especially we're getting over that hump of Alabama. Um, I think once they get past Georgia, I think that'll be. I mean, they should be good. I don't think they have too much more to worry about other than SEC championship. But I think they'll get the W and win that game. Like I said, I don't think it'll affect Georgia's standing. If Georgia were to lose and run the table anyway, and get into the SEC title, are they in the same? Are they in the same? Are they in the same division? Georgia and Tennessee? Huh. Let me go to standings. And we're gonna get that over here. So let me go to SEC. Okay. So this is a monumental game. They're in the same division. So yeah, basically whoever wins this game, whoever loses this game actually is not getting in. Unless whoever wins loses a game down the road somewhere. But it wouldn't matter because they would have to lose 2 games. And I don't see that happening to either whoever wins. But like I said, I got Tennessee winning. I don't see Tennessee losing 2 games after this. They beat Georgia, which is wow. Okay, that changes a lot. Yeah, so this is a big game. All right, so I still got Tennessee. Let's see. Let me go back down. Ohio State Buckeyes. Oh, that's not how you spell it. So they have Northwestern at Northwestern. After the tough battle they had against Penn State, like I said, they had to come back and rally. I think they'll clean it up against Northwestern. And then last but not least, you got Georgia Bulldogs who played Tennessee. So I picked Tennessee to win, which means I got to pick them to lose. Okay, so there you go. That's my top 25 picks. That's who's how everyone fared last week. Who they got coming up in the next week or two, depending if they have a bye. And right here are all my picks. These are all the teams I picked. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save it as top 25 picks. So this is what's 11-6? 11-6, right? Yes, 11-6. Okay. There you go. So there you go. Those are my picks for going in the next week. And yeah, that's all for today or tonight, whenever you're watching this. And then I'll be back Saturday night or Sunday morning to let you know how everything fared. All right. So thank you for watching. Y'all have a good one. Peace.